I dug into two stocks over the weekend, and one of them was just called out by @1towatch in Discord, so shout out to him. All credit goes to him for the first stock on the list. But out of these two stocks, I could not tell you which one is going to run higher. Without further ado, please hit the like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to write these down on your list come pre-market tomorrow morning. LHDX shares more than doubled in the extended session Friday after the Food and Drug Administration authorized use of its at-home test that can detect both the flu and the virus that causes COVID-19. Shares of Lucira soared more than 150% after hours following a regular session gain of 13.5% to close at 14 cents. So this stock basically got a 13.5% gain after hours on Friday. And in quotes, today's authorization of the first OTC test that can detect influenza A and B along with SARS-CoV-2 is a major milestone in bringing greater consumer access to diagnostic tests that can be performed entirely at home. This was said by the head of FDA's Center for Devices and Radiological Health. Moving on, you take a look at their financials and you see that it's not looking too hot. Most recent earnings was up 130% for their revenue. However, the net income was down 361%, as well as the net profit margin and operating income. Which brings us to the next thing to stay skeptical about. Lucira Health Inc. announced today that it has filed for protection under Chapter 11 of U.S. Bankruptcy Code. Lucira announced today that it has filed for protection under Chapter 11 U.S. Bankruptcy Code and intends to pursue a sale of its business under Section 363 of Bankruptcy Code. They also expect to continue operations during Chapter 11 process, seeking to complete an expedited sale process with bankruptcy court approval. Now pay attention to this. They intend to use available cash on hand to fund post-petition operations and costs in ordinary course. Now this came out before the big news about the FDA approval on the at-home test, and you can see right here, a debtor in bankruptcy is required to pay all post-petition expenses in the normal course of business or when they naturally come due. It is only pre-petition claims that cannot be collected while the action is pending pursuant to the automatic stay. A holder of a claim that arises post-petition can proceed with collection as though the debtor was not in bankruptcy. Keeping this in mind, they intend to use available cash on hand to fund post-petition operations and costs in ordinary course. So LHDX is not looking too bad. If you were going to look at it for a short squeeze perspective, there's only 4.84% short interest on the free float with 0.1 days to cover. Now taking a look at the chart, you have two descending resistance levels that I wanted to pay attention to, and we recently broke out of one and we got a crossover on the MACD down here, signaling a bullish reversal to the upside. Now in my opinion, if this thing does look good on Monday's pre-market, I would jump in and ride this up to 70 cents or 69 cents. Right up to that second level of resistance. It also lines up with the most recent level of resistance and the most recent high on the play as well. I think that's a conservative spot to get out. Plus, that's up 70% from jumping in where it's sitting at right now at 43 cents. So 43 cents to 70 cents would be a solid gain on this play. Keep in mind, if you jump in right where it's at right now, you're risking the low of the stock that it hit, which is down 70%, or the next level up at 70 cents, which is basically a 70% gain. So the risk to reward is there. However, the catalysts are pointing bullish, so this is a safe play to stay on the watch list. Let me know what you guys think of this play in the comments down below and if you're jumping into it. Now the next play is something that we have already talked about on the channel, but if you have not yet, make sure to hit the like button. The next stock I wanted to talk about is TRKA, of course. The reason I'm bringing this back up are several different catalysts. So the company moves up 63 positions to rank 16th on the leaderboard. Data shows 23% of the float short and cost to borrow of 59.4%. Now this is old. This is not accurate anymore. However, this was on the list for the top 10 short squeeze play candidates. Moving on, what actually is new is they retained a leading investment banking firm, Jefferies LLC, to optimize its capital restructure and explore strategic alternatives within the company. And according to this Twitter post, it says, looking at EBITDA based valuation, we go with the last numbers and minimal expected improvement in EBITDA from finishing restructuring. We can assume minimum EBITDA of $40 at 10x valuation. You will get 400 million or roughly $5.50 a share. So as you can see, $5 a share is actually the low end of reasonable PT for Troika. Now keep in mind, right now this is a penny stock. Do I think it's going to 5? We'll talk about that in a minute. Additional information, taking a look at the most recent earnings, you can see this company is solid. It's outperforming in all other sectors. Then why is it being shorted to death and being pushed into the floor? The revenue was recently up over 1,300%. 100%, net income up over 160, and diluted EPS, net profit margin, operating income all up over hundreds of percents, and the net change in cash right up to about 100%. The company is absolutely killing it on their most recent earnings, and people are now seeing the short interest near that 100% level of the free float being shorted, and the utilization getting maxed out right around 97.77% as we speak. Additional information underlying 2 million shares of share conversion and 272 million shares of warrant conversions were withdrawn by Troika in their RW filing. Here are some names of hedge funds who participated in Series E financing for shares and warrants. You have Alta Partners 2%, Allium Growth Fund 10%, Alto Opportunity Fund 4%, Anson Investment 11.2%, Bigger Capital 1.5%, Calvary Fund 2%, Empery Funds 15%, First Fire 4%, Great Point 4%, Hudson Bay 6%, Intracoastal 2.25%, Kips Bay 20%, Lynn Global Fund 6%, Savvy 10%, SG3 Capital 0.5%. Now, few common between GameStop and TRKA, huge short interest 99.6% out on loan, Jeffries and Steve Cohen as well, and 4 of these holders having 35% of Series E have already gone long in existing commons, Savvy, Altium, Empery, and SG3. Rest 14 holdings 65% and 50 million. Largest contributor Kips Bay 20% based in Puerto Rico, same place as Alta Partners who nominated Steve Cohen to vote. Now guys, touching on the chart, we also got a MACD cross on this stock as well, showing a bullish reversal to the upside. The stock is currently sitting at 31 cents a share, up 17% recently on Friday, and you can see that it's curling back up, retesting this descending resistance level. Now it's broken out a few times, and from the breakouts you can go up 8%, 21%, all the way up to 90% according to the most recent breakouts on the stock. Plus you have the catalyst pointing towards bullish all across the board, short interest being maxed out across the board, and utilization finally coming to that max level as well. Now if you take a look at the cycle periods, the stock likes to hit a peak or a low always somewhere in the middle of the cycle. You can see right here it peaked out right here, sort of the middle of the cycle. Back here it peaked at the middle of the cycle. We saw a low at the middle of the cycle back here, and we are finally nearing that breakout level on TRKA right at the center of the cycle. With that being said, lottery stocks, what is going to make you jump in? First of all, I want to see a clean break out of this descending resistance level because it is fighting it hard right now. I don't want to see it sell off more. If it does, I'm going to sit on my hands to see if I can jump in right around 20 cents or so. But ultimately, a breakout for TRKA, I could see this coming up to 56 cents to jump out easily at an 80% gain. So in my opinion, if you're looking for that 80% gain or 70% gain, you can jump in after it rises another 10% just as confirmation based off of your technicals. Have a trading strategy, have a plan, and get out at that level. And if you want to risk it even more, I think the stock has potential to go up 190% all the way up to 90 cents a share. Overall, guys, these are the 2 stocks that I had to bring you this weekend. Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend and enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you are jumping into either of these stocks, and also if you are jumping into both of these stocks. Plus, if you don't want to miss one of these stocks being called out, make sure to be in the Discord in the description, because I do not always have time to call them out on YouTube for you guys. They will be in Discord first or on the members only. So make sure to join the Discord down below. And plus, if you want up to 17 free stocks come next week so you can sell them and start trading, make sure to use my link. Download Moomoo on your phone or computer, sign up, open an account, and make a deposit. It can literally be 1 penny. That's like spending 2 minutes out of your day depositing 1 penny that you find lost in your room and starting to earn free stocks from there on out. Plus, there's a ton of other benefits for doing so. Again, those links will be in the description or in the comments. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.